Hey guys, oh my gosh, so there's so much to talk about. But today's kind of like a random video, kind of like just like a chatty video, but kind of just chatting like from the top of my head. So all the things that have been going on, you know, around the world, in the US, with like the Black Lives Matter, all the killings, like the police killings, police brutality and stuff like that. I kind of just want to just like say what's on my mind and like just talk. And then there's other things I want to talk about too, but I want to start with like the whole like Black Lives Matter thing, and you know, just say my piece. I've been posting on like my Instagram stories, just like reposting, you know, like really nice posts that I saw that I liked and stuff like that. So I did a couple posts about just being Black in America, and you know, like my experience being like a school-age kid in an all-white school and stuff like that. So I did a couple posts on Facebook about that, and on my Instagram and stuff. So yeah, so I don't really know like I plan to say or talk about, but I just wanted to just like bring it up, you know. I hope that all that we have done, all the protesting, all the messages that we've sent, all our allies, I feel like I'm just surprised to see so many like non-Black allies with us like this round, you know. I feel like we've been at the point of like we're tired of, you know, police killing Black people, but like I feel like this time, in conjunction with a pandemic, we have time. Like we have time to sit down and be like, what we're not gonna do, what you're not gonna do, and we're done. Like we're done, you know. It's election year, pandemic's going around, and it's just like I feel like people have time this time, and I'm seeing change, whether it be little or big. Some things are happening, things are in motion. So I hope that it continues. I hope that we continue to be united. I hope that all our allies continue to fight for us, and I hope that we continue to fight the fight and not let anything die down. Keep the momentum. I see a lot of change coming soon and in the future. So for everyone that has protested, you know, I haven't protested. I wanted to. Actually today I wanted to go protest, but Chris and I wanted to go together, but the situation that we're in right now, like, you know, we couldn't leave Cam, like we can't take him with us. So but I really wanted to go protest. But for all the people that have protested for us, you know, represented us, that couldn't go, thank you. And those that will be protesting or continue to protest, you know, just be safe and keep it peaceful. I know a lot of people are like, and I know a lot of white people are upset about like the looting and all that stuff, but I know it's bad. It's not good to loot. It's not right. But I'm not surprised that people are looting, because we're like sick and tired. Like people are fed up. People are done. People are angry. And if this is their way of expressing their anger, then, you know, that's what it is, you know. How many times have we, you know, been through something and we just like want to punch a wall, or we just like want to scream, or we just have to just like storm out, you know. Something like this, people are looting, so it's kind of just like, maybe that's just people's way that they feel like they'll make them feel better, of just revolting or expressing their anger, or just want to get it out. So yeah, important things I want to say, and to tell you guys, and for you to tell the next person, and next person tell the next person. This boycott that we're doing, we have to continue it until we see the change that we want to see. So don't let anything die down. Don't let anything distract you. 2, we have to support our Black-owned businesses all over, whether it be small businesses, corporations, you know, and everything in between, restaurants, you know, everything. We have to support our Black businesses. So if you know a Black business, share it with people, suggest to people, make lists of Black businesses in your area so that other people will be able to support them. And then so also, like, if we're traveling to another state, you know, that we know to look out for, oh, I know so-and-so suggested this Black-owned restaurant for us to try out if we're ever in town. So Black-owned creators, artists, just in every outlet, you know, support the Black person, you know, support the Black business. The next thing I want to say is, along with supporting Black business, vote. Yeah, so this is election year. We have less than 5 months now until the elections. No matter who you're voting for, what party you're in, just like get out and vote. You know, I feel like a lot of people are upset of the results from our last election, and I feel like we have enough manpower and have enough bodies to be able to vote Obama in office. And I feel like a lot of people chose not to vote last election, and I felt like it had negative consequences on, you know, everything leading up to today. So this lash is making my eye water. So yeah, so make sure you guys register to vote, go out to vote, encourage everyone to vote, read up on candidates, their policies, everything that they're for, so that, you know, when you're saying, oh, I'm voting for so and so, you know, and if somebody asks you why, you understand why, or you can, you know, give a nice educated reply. So yeah, anyways, I think that's all I can think of right now that I just to mention about everything that's going on. But so yeah. All right, so next thing I want to talk about is just like I don't know, I feel like I see a lot of, how would I say this? Okay, so like for me being an influencer, making YouTube videos, you know, on my various platforms, I feel like I see a lot of other influencers and celebrities just always just going through something, like always, you know, having like an inner fight within themselves about something that they don't even know themselves, or they feel like they're searching for something, or they feel lost, or, you know, they feel maybe down, they feel unmotivated, just like a lot of things. And I feel like a lot of people, I feel like being in this space of like social media, being an influencer, and then also like people that just have like really skewed, what do you call it, like viewpoints about, you know, things. Not saying that, like, you know, everyone's viewpoint should be the same or should align with mine, but just like, you know, just when you just hear some people just talking and just like, you know, like, it's like, you know, like there's something, you know, you're battling with, and like, you know, it kind of shows itself in like some of the things they do or say, you know, and how they view things. So yeah, yeah, it's just, so with that, I was saying is I feel like a lot of people are missing having like a spiritual relationship with God. And I feel like me as, you know, just as my opinion, I feel like a lot of people need Jesus in their life, need God in their life. And when they don't have that, they feel that void, they feel that emptiness, and it manifests in all the different, you know, feelings that, you know, I mentioned before. And I feel like it's sad, and it's like, I feel like that's what you're missing, you know, having religion, having prayer. It doesn't even have to be organized religion if you're not, you know, part of any denomination, but just, you know, having a very strong and healthy relationship with God, praying all the time, talking with him, putting him at the center of your life in all things, and then also seeing him as, you know, like as God the Father, the Lord, that guides us in life, that's there for us, that watches us, that puts us on a journey. We may not know the journey fully, but we know that God is putting us on a journey to somewhere, to something. So I just feel like a lot of people, as I said, influencers, celebrities, you know, they get that feeling of like, oh, I feel like, you know, I'm motivated, or I'm on this, all this stuff. And I think a lot of people just, like, you need God in your life. I feel like without having a strong relationship with God, without having strong prayer, it's like, but people that don't go to church, people that don't pray, people that, you know, put all that relationship with God aside, it's like you're literally like living and walking aimlessly in the world. You have no compass, no guide, you know, in living life. And I feel like when humans are just living aimlessly, as I say, living aimlessly, just walking through life without direction, without Jesus, without God, you know, you will feel empty. You will feel like, oh, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Or you will feel like, you know, like what is my purpose? You know, you will feel like, you know, just lost, you know, if you're in a dark desert and you don't have, you know, God guiding you, yeah, you're going to be lost, you know? So I don't know. I just feel like, there's some like influencers that I've seen make videos kind of like, oh, we're addressing like, oh, how I've been feeling, unmotivated, I feel lost, I feel like I don't know my purpose. And then I see a lot of people in the comments, you know, comment like, it's because you need to find God, you need to find Jesus, you need to pray, you need to go to church. And it's like they blow over all those comments and just like roll their eyes at it and stuff, but it's the truth, you know. I have some friends that I feel like over the years they've lost their path with living a religious life or living a spiritual life with God in the center of their life, and then they have so much anger, they have so much confusion, they don't know like what their passions are, they don't know what their purpose is, they don't have any drive, motivation, you know, and aspirations, you know, just like walking aimlessly, just living aimlessly on earth. So yeah, so it's just one of the things where I just think in my head, like, I always wanted to like talk about this in a video, but didn't really know like what kind of video I would make about it. But I feel like since this video, I said it's kind of just like a talking off of my head about random stuff. I guess this was like a good way to just put it in here and stuff like that. But yeah, so I want to talk about like what God does for me, what prayer does for me, what religion does for me to keep me sane, to keep me motivated, to keep me passionate, to keep me have clear eyes and clear vision and clear mind about, you know, things that are right, things that are wrong, you know, how to go through life, my own life, you know, like doing his work, bettering the world, doing what I feel like is my calling in life. So I like, if I was to pick one phrase that I could, if I was to only can say one phrase, you know, for the rest of my life, it would be everything happens for a reason. And when I say everything happens for a reason, it's not of like, oh, cause and effect. It's more of like, you know, God put us on this earth and he puts us through things to make us stronger, to learn things, to develop skills, to develop knowledge about things. And when I say everything happens for a reason, you know, I feel like God puts us on a path, gives us a hurdle, gives us a challenge, gives us, you know, something, some adversity in our life, you know, that will help us in some way that we may not know what it is now, but in the future, something will happen and we'll look back and be like, oh, you know what? I understand why I went through this. Or if I didn't go through this, you know, in the past, I wouldn't have been able to do what I just did now, you know? So everything happens for a reason. Whether it be going through something in life that's difficult, you may be angry with God and is asking, like, why am I going through this? Like, why is this happening? You know, like I'm not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm suffering, you know, but it's like, I have to remind myself, you know what? And also people need to remind themselves that, you know, God doesn't put you through things that you cannot overcome. You know, all this makes you stronger. I know sometimes it's like, for me, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I know this is like a difficult hurdle, but I know that, you know, God didn't put this, you know, for me to overcome for nothing. You know, it's for something. I may not see it now, but eventually I'll see it. You know what I mean? So everything happens for a reason. And with my business, with my career as a pharmacist, with my family, with my friends, with, like, you know, the mission and the words that I speak in my videos, God is in the center of that. God is what leads me to do all those things. You know, if I have dreams and aspirations and, like, goals I see for myself, I always pray to God. I always ask God to give me the power to find the resources, give me a strong, focused mind to navigate, you know, that world, or, you know, that situation that I need to go through to get to where I want to go. I ask God to give me patience. You know, everything isn't easy, everything doesn't happen fast, but give me patience, and also give me a strong heart to know that I know that I'm going through something now, or this stage of what I'm trying to do, this project I'm trying to do is hard, but I know that when I get through it, I'll be so much stronger, and, you know, it'll make me a better person. So it's like just having faith that God, you know, is putting you where you're supposed to go. And then with family, you know, like, it's just, you know, if you have God in all those aspects of your life, you know, you won't feel so lost. You won't feel so defeated. You won't feel so depressed. You won't feel so sad. You won't feel so empty, you know. So I encourage all of you guys, you know, whether, you know, you pray a little bit or you don't pray at all, and if you have that feeling of feel lost, you feel unmotivated, don't have a passion, I feel like you need to find God, find Jesus, find the spiritual, you know, connection you have with him, and just talk. The way I pray, I pray how we learn how to pray in the church, but then there's other types of prayer that I do where it's just literally just chatting. I can be with myself in a room, but I'm just chatting with God, just talking to him, telling him what's on my mind, how I feel about things, you know, asking him for things, you know, asking him questions, you know, just literally just having a chat, a one-on-one. And it always makes me feel good. I know he's listening. I may not be able to physically hear it, you know, but I know he's listening, and I know that, you know, he'll open my eyes, my mind, opportunities for me to, you know, that fulfills, you know, the things that we've talked about. And yeah, so along with prayer, I just like to chat with him. And, you know, if you don't know how to pray, if you don't like praying, you know, just chat, just talk with him. It helps you, you know, kind of hear your ideas out loud. And then it can even help you figure out, you know, a solution to a problem that you're having. And then the last thing is just, yeah, 2020 is crazy year. Crazy year. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things are unknown going into the rest of the year. But I I know, because I know that God has showed me that this year, even though what we've seen is like a disaster after disaster after disaster, but through those disasters, I have personally been trying to find opportunities to turn those disasters into a little sparkle of something that can help me in any way. I've talked about this in my last video, my life update video, just you know, taking advantage of opportunities that may present themselves during this, you know, time of this year. So seize opportunities. I know right now a lot of businesses and stores are opening back up, but we're still trying to practice social distancing, limiting, you know, activities outside the house. So for me, I feel like it's a great time to just, you know, just be more simple with things. I mentioned before that my summer is my backyard. Like I'm so looking forward to like us getting our patio furniture together and setting it up, and then being outside, getting a little kiddie pool for Cam and just like enjoying our backyard. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited to set it up. I'm so excited just when we set it up to like be out there and just enjoy it, you know, just enjoy the summer, enjoy the weather, you know. And then also, since we can't really travel like we normally do, you know, I know we've all have our list of all the places we wanted to go for summer vacations and stuff, but hey, see it as an opportunity to save money. You know, I'm thinking about all the money that I'm saving, you know, from not traveling. I can use that, you know, to invest in something, to expand my business, you know, put into savings, you know, things like that. So it's like, yeah, I can't travel, but hey, I'm saving some money and I can use it for something else, you know. So yeah, just try to find, you know, a little sparkle for yourself during this time, whether it be anything to do with like all the protests going on, Black Lives Matter movement. Maybe it's a opportunity for you to become maybe, you know, a leader in your family or a leader amongst your friends, or, you know, have a voice in everything that's going on. Donate, you know, maybe start a business so that you're another Black-owned business for people to bring their Black dollars in. Maybe you can compile a list in your city of Black businesses and then, you know, spread the word about it. During this pandemic, I feel like we have a little bit more time at home. Use it to maybe just have a more clear mental standing for yourself. Self-care, take a mental break. Other people can use it to start the business that they've been wanting to start. Read the book they've been wanting to read. Write the book they've been wanting to write. You know, do a new hobby. Work out. There's a lot of things, you know. So I want everyone to just find their own little sparkle during this kind of dark time. And just find that sparkle and hold on to it, you know, have it help you in some way, you know, through this darkness. I want everyone to come out with something that they gained from this darkness, you know. So I think that's it. I know I've rambled. I don't even know how this video will be when I edit it, but hopefully it'll be something. So I want everyone to comment below, you know, anything that you want to say, anything you want to share. Whether it be anything about the Black Lives Matter, some of your favorite Black businesses, your Black creators, how you've been doing this pandemic, ideas on what to do during this time, you know, anything. Just share below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
By the end of the day, she be wanting more. By the end of the night, they be wanting more. What's in the place them I want?